Dragunov will be ours, and the hardest location in the game is the key to unlock it. So without further ado, welcome all back to Last Day on Earth, everybody! We've got a date with a little old bunker, a little over this ways to the north. We are 15 mere levels away from getting our hands on the first Dragunov in the past. Don't worry, I'll be doing everything in my power to get our hands on the second as well, along with, of course, that handy dandy blueprint that will unlock too. But the bunker is going to be key for what we are looking to do, thanks to the fact that we have all these bonus objectives going down. Not to mention, Bunker Bravo is easier than ever before. Our AKs do 25% more damage. Zombies have 50% less health, and we are taking 50% less radiation too. If there's ever a time to do Bunker Bravo, that time is now. Like, real talk in general, Bunker Bravo is a great place to go. I mean, okay, well, it's pretty tough, and you know, it's great thanks to some of the loot that is available in only Bunker Bravo and not elsewhere. I mean, it is available elsewhere, but a lot of the best loot in Bunker Bravo does actually include components for your ATV, including things such as the gas cylinders, the car batteries that go into the ATV, carbon composites, factory parts, the whole shebang. Bunker Bravo truly is very good at getting your hands on some of these things, but unfortunately, Bunker Bravo is a very tough location for a few reasons. One, the zombies. They're very tough. Two, there's essentially a timer on every single floor denoted by this radiation here. The longer you take, the more radiation you accrue, and that is something that we'll see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen as well. After you get enough radiation, your maximum health starts going down. After you get a lot of radiation, it starts going down a lot very quickly. So we are going to be wanting to make our way through here on the absolute ASAP, and when it comes down to it, some of my favorites, I honestly like deactivating the turrets on this floor. And then why don't we go and definitely want to open up the locks, because that, if you go ahead and rebuild that module up on the top floor of the lobby, you are going to be able to get your hands on more loot in every single floor. It seriously is one of my go-tos. Let's definitely go and throw the helmet down. You might be like, Star, but where is your sea burn armor that you're usually rocking? Well, that's the thing, man. There is particular armors in the game that help you take on less radiation, but thanks to that event that is going down, again, we are going to be taking 50% less radiation than usual. Not just that, but the zombies will be dying 50% faster because of the health, and we're decked out with some Kalashnikov 47, so we'll be doing some more damage too. Long story short, it'll be a fun one. If you ever are thinking of doing Bunker Bravo at all, definitely wait for one of these events to be going down, because they will make Bunker Bravo significantly easier. And another thing that we can do as well is we have some anti-rads over there in our inventory, so if we just go ahead and step on through, you can see we're collecting 7 rads per second. Let's go and equip that, and we are now up or down to 6 rads per second. Usually the jump is a lot more pronounced, but it's just a little bit less noticeable right now due to the fact that, I mean, we already had the radiation cut in half, but otherwise those are actually going to be a really, really good way. And unfortunately, I cannot kill the exploders all the way. They do need to explode. Oh, get that out of there, Riot Shield Zombie. The exploders do need to explode in order for them to die fully, which means that we then have to kill their children, which sounds really bad out of context, but look at this, baby. Like a hot knife through butter. Call me Butter Knife Star, because I'm slicing and dicing through these schmucks like a Dyson fan. We'll make our way over into that corner because we don't need to do that right away. There is a chest. That is the one chest that does spawn in per floor, so definitely not something that we are worried about doing absolutely ASAP. You do have to watch out for some of these vents over here because they can summon zombies. But again, man, like the fact between the bonus damage we're doing with the AK and just the less health that all these guys have, we already finished one of the first tasks over there, which you do love to see. I mean, we're just cruising and bruising right here because a lot of these zombies will definitely be a lot tougher if it wasn't for that. And there's a lot of zombies, like for particular the Riot Zombie, that are literally built to try and annoy the heck out of you and slow you down, because the longer that you take per floor, the worse it gets because of that radiation that you are accruing. Like there you can see that little meter is slowly going down. Once it starts getting to the yellow, that's when we will start, you know, kind of seeing some of the side effects. But we're cruising and bruising so fast, we might not even encounter some of those side effects during during this first floor run. Now, that might change. Oh, no, gosh darn it. Okay, well, he was a little bit close for comfort over there, and he was able to do a little bit of damage to us, but that's all right. We're not too worried. Oh, we got a fetid corpse over here. And again, another type of zombie that kind of encourages you to run away. Like all the different zombies, things like screamers, exploders, explosive zombies. It feels like the zombies that they pick to place inside of Bunker Bravo truly are tailored to try and slow you down and get you backing up. Because again, the longer that you take per floor, the worse that it gets. And that is why Bunker Bravo truly is one of, if not the most difficult locations in the game, is because it is so unique in its timed nature. It's essentially a giant time trial, and goodness gracious, that's a lot of toxic spewers. Yeah, toxic spewer is also another thing because their spit literally hurts you if you walk over it. Definitely not something that you want to be encountering over there, but we have already reached the first boss of this floor, which you do love to see. That boss battle does begin by us having to fight a few annoying zombies here, but we'll be able to take them down easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then the boss emerges. Of course, I'm talking about the Liquidator, but nifty little trick. If you want to take down the Liquidator easier than usual, you can go ahead and release some of those turkeys, and the Liquidator will get tricked into gobbling on them. And unlike the Butcher of the transport hub, the Liquidator doesn't actually regenerate. And easy peasy lemon squeezy. And dude, if you go back and watch us doing this without this event active, you will see just how much easier all of this seemed than what we are usually encountering. That, my friends, is the power. And that loot will be claiming a little bit later too, but that is the power of this event and why it's something that, seriously, man, if you're ever like on the fence about doing Bunker Bravo, like if this event isn't going on, don't do it, because this event is just seriously such a game changer, and Bunker Bravo being the hardest location in the game, it just seriously does give us so much more bang for your buck. But over and out there, have an absolutely freaking tastic day of the most basic variety that keeps getting better from here on out, whether that be from the video bringing you a smile, bring you a giggle, let's go, a little bit of carbon composites, whether it be from the video bring you a smile, bring you a giggle, anything or everything like that, does not matter to me. How a little bit of joy could go ahead and make its way into your day today. I'm just crossing my fingers that indeedly do. That's exactly what that joy do, because nothing else bring a smile on my face like knowing that hopefully I might be able to bring one to yours in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it be some of the high octane action that we're getting into, some of the nonsense shenanigans, goofs and gaffs, whatever it might be, because I feel I'm a pretty goofy dude, and a lot of goofy things tend to happen. Some kind of embarrassing to me during the course of the videos, but at the very least, hopefully y'all get a kick out of it. Or whether it be us showing things off, like, for example, the latest and greatest within Last Day on Earth, or keeping y'all in the loop about the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth, whether it be upcoming updates, or whether it be, you know, an update that we're in the middle of covering, such as the Dragunov that we're gonna be showing off today, ladies and gentlemen, because gosh darn it, that is happening if it's the last thing that I do today. We're doing it today. Y'all are gonna see the Dragunov in action. This floor, I like to run a patrol cancel because, like, the turrets are a lot, at least, I don't know, the turrets are a lot easier to avoid on 3 and 4 on the second floor. They're not too annoying to avoid, but they're a little bit annoying, so I just kind of like, I don't know. I don't need to deactivate the turrets on this one, but I do like the patrol cancel because that essentially, like an entire room of zombies just won't attack you, which is pretty cash money if you ask me. Now, if you'll excuse me, let's go and continue throwing those AKs up into here, and let's get back into action, starting with Toxic Spewer number 1, Toxic Spewer number 2, and the Storm Trooper. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, baby. Oh, no. Oh, gosh darn it. That spewer spewed all over the gosh darn place. We're gonna have to run through that. Ouch, suffer a little bit of damage over there. We got the explosive zombie exploding. We got the toxic spewer down, and we continue chugging on through. Let's go and actually throw in a backup AK into our backup slot, because that will definitely be something that we want to have available to us. Let's go and take you down. We are gonna have another spewer crawling out of that little hole right there, and he is gonna be going down 6 feet under. Go ahead and bury yourself a grave, buddy, because you are no longer amongst the living. I mean, I guess he wasn't amongst the living anyway, because, like, he was a zombie, but you know what I mean. All right, he's extra dead. He's doubly dead. Double the dead, baby. That's what I do. Call me the Grim Reaper, man. I'm a zombie's worst nightmare. And, but yeah, like I was saying, y'all hopefully y'all can get a kick out of whatever it might be throughout the course of the video. And of course, if y'all do want to stay in the loop with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth, whether it be new updates, news about upcoming updates, other awesome survival games that you might enjoy, especially if you like Last Day on Earth, definitely want to make sure that you are sticking around by being subscribed with that notification bell hit, because there's gonna be plenty of awesome things coming your way. And of course, if you are enjoying the video and having a good time, don't forget to smash that like button And let me know in that comment section down below. And especially once we get around to it, I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on the update so far, how it is treating you with some of the balance changes. But in particular, I do want to hear y'all's thoughts about the Dragunov, whether it be some of your personal experience or whether it be y'all's thoughts after we have a little bit of fun with the Dragunov here ever so shortly. Someone's gonna come crawling out of there. Hello, my friend. I will be taking you down, and goodbye to you. And speaking of staying tuned for more Last Day on Earth content, another thing that you definitely want to go ahead and do if you have not yet is go to that link in the top of the description, twitch.tv/Starsnipe, where we're live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last Day on Earth, having a ball, having a blast with some bonus Last Day on Earth content coming your way every single week, the same time, same place, making for a pretty fun time to kick off the weekend. Right, it is happening at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you don't know what time that starts in your local time zone, twitch.tv/Starsnipe schedule will be able to go ahead and help you out. That is going to be another link near the very top of the description. Once you know what time that it starts in your local time zone, that's going to be the same time that we are starting every single week, same time, same place. So looking forward to seeing some of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, over there. There we have the patrol cancel room. So whatchamacallit, this time around, there's gonna be turrets in this room. These turrets are active. However, in exchange for that, I was able to close off this room and not have to deal with these 3 zombies. Pretty cool. The cool thing about these turrets is also that very avoidable. You can go ahead and shoot that easy turret. There's a harder turret over here. You can shoot that easy turret, hug the left wall, and that heavy turret will not see you. Then if you get right about in between these 2 turrets on the minimap, see my mouse over there up in that top right-hand corner, and then kind of cut right down the middle, you can go and take down that turret. And then if you hug that wall, you'll kind of have a similar thing going down, making for an easy peasy run. You can hug that wall and make your way past the heavy turrets, which is why I don't have to deactivate the turrets, because I feel like there's a pretty easy path around the turrets on this floor. Now, speaking of easy paths, this boss over here is, in my opinion, the toughest boss of Bunker Bravo, and we are going to be having a fun time taking him down, especially because every 200 damage that he takes, a room full of extra zombies gets unleashed, and because he is going to have half health to start, all those zombies will be unleashed right off the rip, and we gotta be careful of that. He can also stun you with a giant stun attack, which he is actually gonna be unleashing right over there. And oh, I hate dealing with these riot zombies. Also, he will pretty much one-hit you. He does a lot of damage. And unfortunately, you actually, even if you are in the attack radius, you won't get hit by his attack if you are on the other side of one of these pillars when he does engage in his little yelling spree. Or if you're just out of range, whatever it might be. Dude, I hate dealing with these riot zombies, by the way, because when they come in a pack of 3 like that, they are just an absolute menace, dude. Because it just always feels like the timing is that the guy in front has got his shield up, and you gotta be careful, man, because like his yell can stun you, which makes it easier for him to catch up to you. Some of the riot zombies have stun attacks. Brother, put the shield down, man. I despise dealing with this person so freaking badly, man. This boss battle is a menace, but luckily, you know, we're taking half as much radiation as we usually are, which is a pretty big plus, because like otherwise things like this, I mean, just the fact that they have these riot zombies constantly slowing you down can be really bad when you're taking full radiation damage, which is not something that I'm looking. Okay, dude, you freaking barrel roll back out of there. Yeah, man. Even can you please put down the shield? I'm stabbing you. Okay, beautiful. Ow, ow, ow. That's why I love having the bayonet, man. Sometimes people are like, Star, why don't you have your grenade launcher equipped? Dude, the bayonet, especially when you're dealing with some schmucks like this, is just so freaking handy for that particular reason. Right over there. Let's go and get you to do one more yell over there, my friend, so I can go and have you summon this toxic spear over here and take him down. And then we're gonna go and do just one more yell right there, because then I can go ahead and kill you, and I don't even have to deal with that slasher. All that I have to do instead is send that top side, and if I wanted to, I could just leave this floor and the slasher would despawn. However, I feel like pumping lead in the brains of some zombies, so let's go and take that down. The second chest has been claimed, and all is going pretty good. Now let's just double on back and claim what is rightfully ours, because we do still have that extra locked door that we opened up thanks to that opening locks module that we had nice and active, and we have also just cleared out every single thing in the Bunker Bravo event, and we are cruising through this thing, dude, which you do love to see. And also, speaking of those streams, by the way, it is some awesome let's go bonus freaking car battery right there, and amongst other stuff. Dude, these boots, by the way, really good because they're a part of the ghillie suit set of armor, but these boots actually serve a purpose when you go to the swamps or just kind of like any ground that normally slows you down. These make the, like, it barely slows you down. Like, these boots are literally tailor built for like the swamps and stuff like that. But back to what I was saying about those streams, another awesome thing about those is that y'all can literally interact with the stream live as it is going down, so y'all can see my face because of the face cam, making it for a bit of a unique Last Day on Earth experience compared to what y'all might be used to. And it is all live, so y'all can literally chat and interact with me, see my reactions, literally like talk with me and stuff like that. Talk with the entire community that heads on over there, and just overall have a pretty awesome time. Now, speaking of having an awesome time, I promised a little Dragunov action over here, and I would like to actually have the Dragunov before we clear out the last floor. So you know what we're going to do? We're gonna go and pump these numbers up. We're gonna go and pump them up to level 60 because there is a cheeky way that I have prepared to go ahead and advance some levels for y'all. And that cheeky way, of course, is thanks to the power of the auto clear provided by the rations, because every single time you utilize one of these puppies, you are going to be able to get 650 points to the pass. Now, each one of the zones does give you a different amount of points, but from what I have found, if y'all found something that differs, let me know in that comment section down below. But from what I have found, for the most part, the best bang for your buck that you are going to be getting is clearing out a red zone. In exchange for 5 rations, you are getting 650 points towards the battle pass, and y'all can already see we should be up to like what, 51 from just doing some of that stuff. Let's go and take everything that we can up until this level, and there are going to be 9 more levels that we require to do. So without further ado, I'm gonna get to auto clearing, because like I said, I could just continue grinding this out, and I will continue grinding this out because I still gotta hit level 80, but I wanted to show off the Dragunov for y'all today, and that is exactly what I intend on doing. And there we have it. With that, y'all should have seen the counter here at the bottom hit 10. I've been keeping track. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to level 60 of the season 44 pass, which includes none other than the Dragunov. I'll be taking all of that, and let's go and take the Dragunov. Dude, the Dragunov has 6 modification slots. Okay, that's kind of crazy. Let's go, and here's the thing. We're gonna go and take the Dragunov to the weapon mod bench because I want to see what the stats look like with different combinations. We don't have any weapon mods available quite yet, but listen, we still want to see, you know, what we might be able to look forward to in terms of like DPS and damage and all the statistics of this thing. Also, before we get to doing that, really quickly, let's make sure that we are getting our money's worth in terms of the infinite packs as well. We want to open up as many of these as possible, and we want to ideally get as many of these skins that we are missing in the bottom row as possible, because the bottom row, we didn't get any skins this time, but the bottom row is only going to be skins for your chopper, outfits, backpack, whatever it might be that you don't yet have. Now, here's the thing. The extremely rare one, after you run out of extremely rare skins that you're missing, gets replaced, from what I have heard, by the Dragunov, making that another method to get to the Dragunov, which currently you can only get from level 60 and level 80 of the pass. So anything that we can do to increase our odds of getting that is something that I want to do. Now, without further ado, number 1, let's equip this puppy and see, oh, just how beautiful it looks. Look at that thing. Talk about a marvel of engineering. Let's go and just kind of appreciate this in its full glory, in its full beauty. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, the Dragunov. Now, why don't we go and see what the Dragunov is like in terms of its attachments? Again, we currently don't really have any weapon mods, but if we do, I mean, I guess we do have a weapon mod. We have this that we can either keep on or take off. That does decrease the damage a little bit, but does increase the speed like a lot. I'm gonna want to stay with the damage though, and here you have all the different mods that you can do. So it seems like this is gonna be a no-brainer. Having this extended mag is going to be massive because it just increases your critical chance and durability, and you lose a little bit of weight, but so what, not a big deal. In terms of the scopes, just like purely like in what they do, this one gets you a ton of damage, does decrease your critical chance a little bit, but ooh, this one's pretty good. It gets a small increase on damage, but a big increase on speed. So it seems like these two kind of might be my favorites, but this one does also lower your critical chance and your critical damage. So maybe kind of like the heavy, like the biggest scope might end up being my favorite. But then, all right, looking through some of the other stats and some of these other things bring, oh, this one's gonna be nice. Lowers the speed, but again, this thing's essentially gonna be like a turn and burn weapon, like the VSS, in my opinion. You're not really gonna be holding down the fire as much as you kind of like might something else. So I think increasing damage and like speed's not really important, but damage and critical chance will be, oh, that's massive on a critical chance right over there. I think either this or this are going to potentially be, I mean, look at the DPS that brings up though. I think that might be my favorite. That might be a close second for what we're seeing so far over here in terms of some of the other attachments and modifications. This one is pretty cool. It does increase damage and critical chance, whereas this one also does increase those two. But you get a little bit less on the damage, a little bit more on the critical chance. And then this one's pretty well rounded, so I think these three are gonna end up being really good options, just kind of like in terms of what you can get first. That's gonna be a nice counterweight to the to any of the speed that you might lose through other things and increase your weight, or help you out on the weight, but then this will increase your damage. So honestly, either of these seem like they'll be good options, although this does also increase your durability, which is kind of nice, dude. If you just want to boot speed to the curb, like this thing could end up with 0 speed, but have a ton of damage and critical chance, which honestly might be the build that I end up going for. And then looking across these, this would increase your durability a little bit, and green across the board on damage, crit chance, and critical damage. But enough about stats, let's go see the Dragunov in action. And also really quickly, just recap the damage. It does 136. Let's just see kind of like how fast it fires. Oh, that's unfortunate. So it appears like this thing has a very long wind-up time, and it better have a very long range to make up for it. And honestly, with that in mind, increasing the speed on this thing might actually be a good idea, because right now, it's kind of giving me like Winchester vibes. And at least on the bright side, it does have a very long range, so you can at least engage someone from far away, potentially get a second shot off or switch to another weapon. But this is like not a gun that you're gonna be able to do like the VSS, like shoot and run and shoot and run, because like you really have to like line up that shot over there, which is a little bit of a menace, man. I'm not gonna lie. And that's a little bit of a bummer, dude, because I was hoping this thing might be a little bit faster. So yeah, it does appear like increasing the speed might be a big point of emphasis for this weapon. Otherwise, you might be in a little bit of trouble. And I don't like getting in trouble, dude. All right, I like staying out of trouble. And especially dying. I would like to not die, especially with this in my hand. Also, we will be using this. I'm not gonna use it until it breaks though. I'm definitely gonna leave a little bit of durability on it, and hopefully it's eligible for repairs at the VIP zone, so we can keep this thing nice and fresh, especially while we try and wait to get better modifications for it to give it a little bit more versatility. But all right, there y'all have the beauty of this thing. And without further ado, let's go and make our way to this floor. And actually, wait, really quickly, let's go and throw our hats back on, because we're definitely gonna want that on. And let's open up the locks, let's cancel the patrol and activate the safety system. And some zombies are going to be spawning in. We are going to deal with the Juggernaut, and we are able to do 49 damage to an armored enemy like the Juggernaut. Y'all can see the amount of durability that goes off it. Oh baby, 85 to the acid melter over there. How about the Stormtrooper? We just did 56 over there, so not too shabby. But again, that's where it's like good. It has that very long range of engagement. Oh, his shield was up. What a waste of a bullet, man. All right, well, I guess I'll just get to stabbing you with my AK, but I'm very excited to see what the active skill mods look like for this thing, amongst others. But yeah, very cool weapon, especially for engaging from far away. To the slasher. Ooh, we was able to do quite a lot. But I mean, that's the thing about Bunker Bravo, right? It might not be the best gauge for this type of stuff due to the fact that, I mean, all of these zombies tend to be pretty armored. We just did a little bit there to the Riot Zombie. Of course, the Riot Zombie's got his shield up. How about the Toxic Darter? Pow! One shot, one kill. Okay, that's a thing of beauty. This thing might be the Toxic Darter Destroyer for Bunker Bravo. That I could live with. Wait, hold on. Your shield's down. I can just kill you. I don't know why I tried stabbing you there. I should have stabbed you while your shield was up. That would have been a little bit more effective. Let's go and engage the Riot Zombie from far away and then take it down. It is very nice with that long range that it does bring into action, though. Having like a long range weapon like that, I mean, similar to the VSS, similar to the AWP. I don't remember the technical term for the AWP, but the Ultimatum. I just know it as the AWP from all the CSGO I used to play back in the day, because it is the same gun. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like a sniper rifle. It's one of essentially 3 sniper rifles in the game between the VSS, the Ultimatum, and itself, leaving it in an interesting little niche. But all right, let's continue utilizing it here as we continue making our way downtown. We got a fetid corpse. Let's go and deal with you. And one more. There we go. Got a few shots off. I mean, it does seem like it has a lot of durability, though, which is definitely nice. Let's go and get you exploded, and then we'll deal with the fetid corpse that is coming right over there, and then deal with all of the babies being born by you, and then skedaddle our way past that. There's going to be a screamer over here that we got to deal with. Easy peasy. We got a crawler crawling on out of the vent. Luckily, he will be succumbing to my bullets relatively quickly, and let's get a fuller durability AK just kind of like ready to go. But I mean, in terms of the durability, I mean, this has been a pretty good test for it. I mean, it's holding up. It's at least not a weapon that breaks very quickly. I mean, we have gotten a solid amount of shots off with this thing, and it's not even at like half durability yet. And again, I think that's the role where it plays for like long-term engagement, getting an enemy to aggro you, or, you know, I mean, it still does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. Like, we ain't worried about that. Let's go and hold on. We got to deal with that Juggernaut and lure him over this way so we can clear out that little area where we are going to have to barrel roll past some turrets that are going to be shooting us. And yahoo! Let's go and get out of there. Heal up a little bit. Juggernaut, deal with. I mean, the range on this thing, man. Like, look at how far away we are able to freaking shoot some of these zombies from. But it does seem like you get kind of like 2 shots off. Yeah, I mean, look at that, dude. Like, the range on this thing, it's definitely nice. We are able to engage from far, far away. But the thing is, it just seems like, you know, you get 2 shots off, and then really past that, you're just stuck in a melee battle. So it's not going to be a good weapon for turning and burning like the VSS, which really does play that role very well, if you ask me. Oh, put that shield down, you freaking riot zombie, gosh darn it. But all right, we'll take this opportunity here to go and throw in some fresh Kalashnikovs, and we will put the Dragunov out of commission because it's not gonna be helping us in this boss battle. I wish it was, that'd be handy, but this boss battle is one where it's just gonna be all about damage output, and right now the Kalashnikov 47 is king of the damage that we are outputting. Let's activate the terminal. Let's go, and you usually want to start out by pressing these 2 things. That'll usually keep this from exploding too quickly, and then we just want to get to this little sweet spot here where we're primarily shooting the cocoon unless there are parasites running up on us. You don't want to get close to the cocoon because it can explode. And not just that, if you get close while it's still alive, like right around here, it'll start farting on you, and you know, you'll start choking on its like toxic gases. Probably not something you want to do. But there you have it, man. We were able to cruise and bruise through that thing with half of an AK. That's what I love to see. And again, why this Bunker Bravo event is so OP, and why you definitely got to make sure if you're doing Bunker Bravo, you are doing it towards this event. But there y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Dragunov in action. What do y'all think of this beauty? Love that gas cylinder right there. What do y'all think of this beauty? Let me know in that comment section down below. Personally, for me, I don't know. Jury's out. It definitely seems like it has a limited role. I mean, it stays true. It definitely feels like a sniper rifle due to its slower fire times and stuff like that. But the jury's still out. I want to see what it's like with some of these other modifications on it that like increase the speed and stuff like that. I think there's still hope. I think there's still potential. How much we'll have to see. So when we get to level 80 and get our first weapon mod blueprint, hopefully it's a good one, and hopefully we'll be able to make that count. Because currently as well, another thing to keep in mind is that the blueprints, from what we have heard, are not actually attainable through, for example, the file with rare blueprints. I don't believe that they've actually been added to the potential loot that the file with rare blueprints, for example, can drop, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I mean, it is what it is. Hopefully that gets corrected within a future update, because that is something that the devs have kind of done. Because, for example, like with the Rottweiler update, like the last update, there was no way to get the Rottweiler outside of the store, but then in this latest update, the new seasons actually do have it over here at level 70, which is nice. And hopefully we'll hit level 70 soon here, and we'll also have a Rottweiler show for it, and maybe a little bit of creative dog breeding will help us get a Rottweiler true friend, which, by the way, is the best true friend you can get due to the damage output and the potential to cause enemies to bleed. Like, seriously, something we want to work towards. And obviously working towards the Dragunov too. But without further ado, let's go and get to claiming some of these boxes and seeing some of the goodies that are be coming our way after all of our hard work clearing out this location. We'll probably have to come back for some of this stuff because we definitely do not have the inventory room for all of this, but we have the inventory room for some of it, which we will definitely be taking. Please and thank you. And then let's go and see the last chest, and boom! Look at those beauties. High-tech components, carbon composites, factory parts that go all around. A little bit of steel plates, and of course, the gas cylinder. I mean, non-stop goodies, man. What is there not to love? Let me just go and put a few of these things away and grab a few of those things, and then the rest of this stuff I will be returning for, just due to the fact that our inventory room is a little bit limited. Actually, we get a lot of freaking gears and stuff out of that, so I'll start grabbing those. But long story short, yeah, we're just gonna be grabbing the rest of this stuff and hauling it back home after what has been, in my opinion, a pretty successful adventure. But with that said, with that done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's start breaking down this episode of Last Day on Earth. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.